Hi, welcome to this advanced tutorial. Let's take a look at the entire clip first.
Okay, sounds good. Let's play some play dates. Let's fly.
Let's take a look at our project. We have one element, a drop shadow, and then we have the canvas with a video background. As we scrub through the timeline, we notice that at a certain point, the girls disappear. This is done by filming on a tripod and then clipping those two clips together in iMovie. That's already been done, so let's go ahead and find the point where the girls disappear completely. Looks like it's at 423. We'll move our playhead to 422, swipe over on the canvas, and extract a trimmed image. We'll take the girl in the front first and cut her out. Now she's where we want her to be after 423, but not before. So let's go ahead and go into Layout and turn her opacity off. Go back to Animate and let's find the 423 point again. Now's when we want to turn her back on. We don't want to tween between 0 opacity and 100%. We want it to be an instant transformation. So let's change our easing style to instant. Now let's turn the opacity up to 100%. Now the girl comes on at the right place at the right time. And from this point, we want her to fly upwards to the right of the screen. In order to do that, we're going to be animating her scale, position, and rotation. So let's lock those down by swiping her element to the left and tapping on the colored circle icons to stamp the current value of the keyframe. Now let's move forward about a second to 520, change our easing style to ease in, and make the adjustments so that our girl flies off screen. You notice that the tween gets made between those explicit keyframes we made previously. That works great. Now let's do the drop shadow to match. Again, we're going to select our drop shadow, change our easing style to instant, and define where we want it to be right at 423. We're also going to be animating this into the future, so let's stamp scale and opacity. But we don't need to stamp rotation since we probably won't rotate the shadow. We'll move forward to the same point at 520, change back to ease in, and then adjust our shadow at this point. Its scale, position, and opacity. Now let's check that in the timeline. Great. Now we need to extract the girl from behind. Let's go ahead and back up until we get a good frame we can use to cut out. Go ahead and swipe the canvas at this point, extract trimmed image, and trace her out. A similar process as before. We're going to go back to Layout and turn her opacity off. We also need to sort her behind the girl in front. And we're going to need a duplicate drop shadow to use for her. Now we're ready to go back into the animation. We'll move our playhead back to 423, change our easing style to instant, and change the girl's opacity to instant on at this point. We'll swipe her over and stamp keyframes for scale, rotation, and position. While we're here with the easing style set to instant, we'll do the same for our drop shadow. Move it into position, change its opacity, and scale. Now we're ready to move forward in time and animate the second girl. We'll move a little bit farther forward to 6 seconds, change our easing style to ease in, and then make our changes to the second girl element. Position, rotation, scale, and then we'll do the same for the drop shadow, scaling it and changing its opacity appropriately. Now we'll preview the entire thing in the export sheet. Looks great. Thanks for watching.